If you're intimidated by using pastes on your card projects, today I'm going to share the simplest card featuring a beautiful new collection of pastes from Gina K Designs. To see this simple holiday card come together, stick around. That video is coming up next. Here's a look at the products I'm using today from Gina K Designs, a die and coordinating tree stencil, plus these new Rise and Shine pastes. There are 3 colors available, and I am going to work with the gold today for my project. But first, we need something to put paste on. So I went ahead and die cut this tree die and popped it right onto one of Gina's sticky mats. And I'm going to keep this very simple and just do a few colors for my tree. So the stencil allows you to isolate all of the parts that you want to blend. And you can see how easy it is to line up and still see that stencil outline around the branches. I'm going to build up color slowly with the light spruce. It's always easier to build it up lightly than to come in with a really heavy hand. So I'm going to add this color and create one big flooded area of this beautiful pale green. Take some time to work up the tree. And then I'm also going to try to make the base of the tree a tiny bit darker, but it will all smooth out and look fantastic once the ink dries and smooths. So layer 1, done. Now we're going to come in with the second part of the tree. In between, I will clean off each stencil with a little bit of rubbing alcohol that I keep in a bottle in my craft area. Super great because it cleans and dries immediately. All right, next layer. Isn't that cool? Now we're adding in all those beautiful branch details. And for this, I'm using medium spruce. And I'm going to be a little heavy-handed with it because I want this to have a really strong contrast with the light spruce. There is a third color in this trio, but I'm just sticking with the 2. Want to keep this really simple today. And, well, simple cards can be beautiful, my friends. Don't shy away. And that's why we're going to have fun with the paste in a very simple fashion. Okay, now there is a layer for the tree skirt. And I'm just going to go with really classic colors here, the greens and the reds. This is tomato soup. And I'm going to use a flat brush here. These are smaller brushes that Gina has, and they just have a little more control because they are flat, they are small, and they're going to allow me to add a little more depth around the base of the tree. So I'll build it up first and then make it much darker if I can, to the best of my ability, right at the base of the leaves. You can kind of see how that is coming together, and it looks lovely. So that is the base of all our ink blending. Now I'm going to get to the pasting. I take a little tape and just pop it down on a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to use the stencil with the ornament portion, and that's going to be what I'm pasting on this tree. So it's simple. I want to say it's foolproof, but here's the thing. I think if you're new to paste or you haven't done much, you have to try it simply. And this is going to be so easy to do. I open the paste and I'm going to give it a nice stir. I always stir my pastes when I open them, keep them, nice and creamy. But of course, this is brand new. I have this simple little plastic tool, my little spatula. I'm going to get enough, but not too much. Slap it down and slide it. It's the slap and slide technique. Slap and spread, maybe slap and spread, but you just want to make sure every hole is filled, not too full, but not too thin. So it's just a little practice, but when you have something really easy like this with just a few openings, I think it's a great way to practice. And the other key, you want to lift that stencil straight up and be decisive, okay? I think that turned out great. So that's what it looks like when it dries. And I think I let it dry for about 30 minutes. Off camera, I did a greeting and the star, which you can also use the stencil to add the paste. And now I'm creating my note card. And also the pastes wash off really easily. I wipe off the excess with a paper towel, and then I rinse them in the sink so there's not much going down the drain at all. I'm going to blend on this pattern, and this is called the Joyful Ornament Stencil. But I just want to create a little grounding area to hold my tree so it doesn't feel quite as stark. I'm going to mask off the top area here so I don't go on to the top of the back of the card actually. And this is sweet corn. And again, if you're going to create a little grounding blend, you want to start in the center and just sort of envision the shape of what you want to be on top. So initially I was going to do an oval, and then I kind of decided to go more towards the actual tree shape. But the goal here is to stay within the boundary of the card. Don't go all the way to the edge. Sometimes it looks like nothing's happening, but I promise you, it will show up. You can always lift part of your stencil just to see how you're doing. And once I felt I had enough color on there, I was good to go. And it's really just to create a glowy background with a little pattern. I think that turned out really nicely. And now I can go ahead and fold my note card down and make sure it's nicely lined up and give it a good press with my bone folder. Very light. That little craft pick, that was a rollin'. I need to put tape on it. All right, here I've got foam squares, just regular depth, and I'm adding a dot or two of Connect glue to the squares because it just gives you a little wiggle room. And if you're making a simple card, I think there's nothing more frustrating than popping something down. Foam squares stick so hard and fast, but with a little bit of glue, it creates that hydroplane effect. So you can wiggle and slide just a bit. You can even lift them back up if you really don't like your placement. It's a really great tip for anytime you're popping anything down onto a card project. I'm not going to do it here because I was pretty confident that I was going to get that star right where it needed to be. And voila, I did. Now I'll add the Oh Christmas tree just right into the center. And I cut out 2 extra layers for this greeting just so that it would have a little more substantialness and I wouldn't have to worry about popping it with foam. So we'll just get that right in the center. And that is all there is to this card. So stencil and paste combos can be simple, right? This is a really nice paste. The colors are really basic. And here, now I have a little bit of dimension and shine, and it looks so pretty on the branches of the tree. And that is all for today's project. So if you've not tried paste, give it a try today. Find a simple stencil project like the one I'm sharing and get some paste. Be gentle with yourself, and before you know it, you'll be an expert at applying this particular medium. I'll have supply lists in my YouTube description and a blog post as well. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Here is another video you might be interested in checking out.